Hi.
Hi.
Hi. No. No. Hello. 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 Welcome to the work demonstration, the Poetics of the Cloud, the Mischief of the Misfit. This is a collaborative process. That means I need your help. First thing, I need a volunteer. Volunteer? Volunteer? Okay, you, son. Yeah. Come on. You won't hurt, don't worry. It must be a normal person.
I'm disqualified.
Yeah, okay. You will do.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Normal.
Check that.
No,
Check
no,
that.
no. I think you will do. So, please, can you move that pile of books and put it right here? The whole pile. Here. A bit more. Perfect. Have a seat. Fenomenologia. Fenomenologia. Epistemology is the science of knowledge. The phenomenological approach to the clown. The clown as the quintessential manifestation of misfitness. When I was born, many years ago, actually in the last millennium, my mother's best friend came to visit her in hospital. When she saw that white, weird, slimy little creature lying there, that was me, she laughed out loud and told my mother, You should call him Gorgonio. Gorgonio. My mother was shocked. Such an awful name for such a cute little white, weird, slimy creature. No. So, my mother decided to call me
Marcelo. But Gorgonio was always with me, was always part of me, was always
in me. So Gorgonio became my clown's name. In the beginning, Gorgonio invited someone from the audience, a normal person, kind of normal, to move the books. Then Gorgonio himself moved the book. This was an attempt to show how a simple task can be executed by a so-called normal person and how can the same task can be executed by the clown. This book scene, I'm calling it the book scene, is an adaptation of a scene of one of our shows, O Cano, from Circo Teatro de Grude, my circus company in Brazil. When I made this scene back in 1998, I didn't think much about what I was doing. Now, as part of my research, I'm questioning what I am doing, what other clowns are doing and have done, and more importantly, how are we doing it? So, my first main question is, do we clowns have principles of practice? And if so, can we use these principles to create clown scenes, comic routines, or theatrical material? Well, I'm suggesting to use the book scene as a quick case study to analyze the clown's logic and the comic body. I will try to deconstruct it using two perspectives to analyze it. One is the perspective of Gorgonio, the clown, or the underscore that guides the clown's logic. The other one is my own perspective, the creature that embodies the clown. Let's press the rewind button and try to wear Gorgonio's shoes.
the first thing Gorgonio does is nothing. He just looks at the audience. He's trying to establish some kind of contact with the audience. And this is a way of framing his misfit condition in time and space. Maybe we can talk about a couple principles here. The misfit image. The clown has this big shoes. The trousers are big, a bit short. The jacket is a bit tight. It's like the clown is always kind of wearing a dead man's clothes.
Maybe we could try to talk about another principle, the misfit body. Clown should be called the Frankenstein comic sibling. There's something weird going on the body of the clown. Some opposite forces going on, paradoxical energies pulling his body this way and that way. It's like his heart wants to go this way and his mind is pulling him this way. There's something always weird there. When Gorgonio walks back, he walks in that strange way Why? Because he's singing something in his head. There's a song. Da-dum, 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 da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. And this rhythm is manifested in his body. When he gets back here and looks at the book, we could try to say another couple of principles. Let's say the misfit timing. He looks at the book, looks at the audience, looks at the pile, a time for himself. There's a kind of triangulation here, or the misfit relationship. When he sees the book, he doesn't consider that the book is just a book. The book is full of heavy knowledge. And where do you carry knowledge? Up in your head. So, for me, the performer, I'm trying to hide the magic trick in the book. This is my logic. His logic is, I'm just carrying heavy knowledge. When he's coming down here, again, it's a blur of many principles. The clown's body, there's the misfit relationship, there's something, a lot going on here. He's using much more effort than necessary to perform a simple task. When he gets back here, then he's using what I'm calling the misfit logic. Yes, it's the complexity of simple. Or, why make it simple if we can complicate it? He is creating some kind of expectation in the audience that he's going to perform something big, a triple somersault or something. And then he frustrated just doing a simple job. Again, when he sits down, he's using opposite forces going up and down at the same time. There's a lot going on. And when he sits down, he's not sitting down in a pile of books, but in a mountain of knowledge. And this knowledge will come through osmosis somehow. Another principle could be the misfit object.
Nothing in the clown's world is what it seems, just what it seems. Clowns transform objects beyond their utilitarian and daily selves.
It's not the what for of the objects, but what else for. I'm just in the beginning of my research. I am not sure about those principles. I'm still questioning if I can make a list, if I can codify them, and if it's helpful for any reason, for other clowns to study it, for people that are interested in observing clowns, or if the principles really exist. Maybe some clowns don't have principles at all. Their principles is to break principles. Maybe some of these principles are sub-principles. They are part of a principle that's another principle, and they become some kind of blur. Now I think it's time to introduce you to three concepts.
I'm calling them the metaphorical spheres. The first sphere is the child. The child represents the past and the future. The child here on my research stands for games. Games and the act of playing. Childhood is a very turbulent period in our lives, and it's where we begin to discover that we are all born as misfits.
Misfit, misfit, misfit. Misfit, misfit.
The second sphere is the creator. The creator, on my research, has nothing to do with an entity above us or below us or beyond us. Here, the creator has to do with the creative energy that flows from the unconscious. Here, the creator has to do with the clown's logic, or how the clown processes failure. The third sphere is the creature. The creature is the body where the clown becomes manifested. Here, ontology and phenomenology will be very welcome to the room. I believe that the overlapping of these three principles can bring a good image of what kind of clown I'm talking about. The child, the creator, and the creature.
Now I'll take you to my second main question, which is, can we teach someone to become a clown? And if so, how? I think we were all born misfits. We were thrown in a world that we didn't choose, and we spent most of our lives trying to fit in, trying to be normal. So can we develop a pedagogy to help people accept and work with their imperfections, with their misfitness? The pedagogy of the clown should be based on a process not of formation, but of deformation. Not of learning, but of fertilizing doubts. Not of achieving, but of failing and accepting failure and processing it. Not of fitting in, but being a misfit. A pedagogy towards clown humanism.
I'm using a technique under construction that I've been testing in human guinea pigs.
I am using something called the clown's body reading, or the 7 rings of the clown, to help me in this process. The clown's body reading is inspired by William Reich's 7 rings of tension. Reich was an Austro-Hungarian psychiatrist that believed that we accumulate tensions and neuroses in specific parts of our body. I am not a therapist. I don't intend to heal anyone. On the contrary. I'm just using the 7 rings of the clown to try to help people identify their own comic body. So let's take a quick look in the 7 rings of the clown. Clown's body reading. The first ring is the eyes.
Not just the eyes, but eyebrows, eyelashes, wrinkles, sunglasses. The FBI is using a technique called eye reading to check if a person is lying or not. The eyes for the clown are like the lights for a car on a dark road. If they don't use it in a proper way, they can get lost, or the audience can get lost. The eye contact with the audience helps breaking barriers, including the fourth wall. The second ring is the mouth. It's amazing the amount of tension we can accumulate in this ring. Many people, instead of smiling, they bite. The needy person, for instance, is easy to recognize because the needy is always, please, give me another kiss, it smokes too much, or drinks too much, or talks too much. The opposite, almost don't open the mouth. There's a lot of tension here, so I can't articulate much. So it's easy. It's like the horse's beat. The other ring is the neck. The neck is the only part of our body that has 8 articulations. There are, of course, other parts of our body that articulates much more than that. Yeah, and can move everywhere, anywhere. Of course, I'm talking about the balls, the eyeballs. Yeah, but this is another ring. The neck is the link in between the upper rings and the lower rings, the mask and the body. This is a very important ring for the clown's body reading because any slightly change in this ring makes the alignment of the other rings change. So in the needy example, for instance, the neck is projected forward and then, well, or many others. And on the contrary, the person almost doesn't have a neck.
The fourth ring is the chest. The chest relates to emotions. In my case here, I'm relating to the personality of the clown. Yes. No. The clown, the white clown, for instance, is the boss clown. He is the boss. He has all the written, hey, I am the boss here. He is the oppressor. And the opposite, the oppressed clown, or the August, is carrying the world in his shoulder. Is the sad clown, the depressed clown.
So this ring manifests the personality of the clown. The other ring is the belly. The belly has to do with the digestion of failure. Here I want to make a link with another concept, very important on my research, which is anthropophagia. Anthropophagy of the clown can be summarized in one phrase. The clown has to learn how to swallow the flop, or the failure, digest it, keep the best of it, and shit the rest. It's not being the shit, but learning how to process it. The clown, this ring is related to digestion in general. That's why we say take a shit to be healthy. Yes, because a person that doesn't take a shit is full of shit.
Well, a good example of this ring is Laurel and Hardy. One has the belly of a starving person, and also the face. And the other one has this big, huge belly that can take the whole screen.
The other ring is the most important ring, otherwise we wouldn't be here. How can we make misfits if we don't use the ring? Yes, I'm talking about sex. The sixth ring is the sexual ring. And let's go straight to an example. Teenager boys, for instance. First thing that goes in the room is the ring. Yeah, he says, hi, hello, look at me, I'm here. Hey, did you see that I'm here? Yeah. And, well, the girls in Brazil, on the beach, Ipanema Beach, on the contrary, they hide. But what they don't realize is when you hide something, you highlight something else.
The other ring, and the last one here, is the base ring. I'm calling it the base ring. And it's related to the knees and the feet. It's related to the grounding, or the lack of grounding for the performer that incorporates the clown. This ring is, in the clown's body analysis, is extremely important because it's like a greeting card or a trademark for the clown. We can recognize many clowns just by their walk. So, again, I'm not that sure if there's only 7 rings, or 8 rings, or 10, or countless rings. For instance, between the first ring and the second ring, what do we have? It could be another ring. Gorgonius, hair, could be another ring. Maybe elbows, hands, I don't know. I'm trying to build a bridge of knowledge between practice and theory. Stepping stones. I have some certainties and many uncertainties. I just show you 2 of my key questions, but I have many more.
So I would appreciate if you can write down in the papers that the ushers didn't give you your questions, while I'll try to play in the right key.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.